Hello Goosebumps fans, Mr. Goosebumps Fan 2000 here, and welcome to another Goosebumps Haul video. Man, when was the last time I do a Goosebumps Haul video on this YouTube channel?
3 months ago!
Well, 3 months later, I'm back for another Goosebumps Haul video. For this new Goosebumps Haul video, I've got new Goosebumps stuff, and I wanted to show them to you. As you can see here, it is kind of big. So yeah. Alright, so let's get started for this new Goosebumps Haul video. Alright, the first thing in this Goosebumps haul is the Goosebumps Night of the Living Dummy 3 sweatshirt. Here's the hoodie, and here's the rest of the sweatshirt if you want to take a look. As you can see here, that's the Brandon Dorman's version of the Night of the Living Dummy 3 cover. There's the black Goosebumps logo, and this sweatshirt has pockets. Though it makes sense because I think all sweatshirts have pockets like this. I'm pretty sure. Now, I have to say, this is like the coolest Goosebumps sweatshirt I've ever seen. I love the background color of this sweatshirt. It has a pretty cool color. And, yeah, this looks pretty cool, don't you think? Now, if you're wondering where did I get this sweatshirt, I've got this sweatshirt at Journeys. There's the Journeys tag. And if you look closely on the bottom, it says $45. That means that this sweatshirt is $45. $45 for a Goosebumps sweatshirt? Good grief. But what the heck? It's Goosebumps, so I bought this. Now, if you're wondering, no, I'm not wearing the Goosebumps sweatshirt or Goosebumps t-shirts wherever I go. I'm only buying the Goosebumps clothing items for collecting, since I'm a big Goosebumps fan and a Goosebumps collector, so yeah. So what do you think about this Goosebumps sweatshirt? Let me know in the comments. Alright, so let's move this out of the way so I can show you what I got on this side. Alright, now these 3 items here, I've already done an unboxing video for them, but I've decided to include them in this haul because, well, they're Goosebumps, so why not? Alright, so we have the Goosebumps Haunted Ink Activity Book. And it comes with the Goosebumps Invisible Ink Pen. Now this one here, this is pretty cool. I'm excited for this one to come out because it's a Goosebumps activity book. Here are the pages, and I will say that this book got really cool activity stuff. Yeah. Now, I will not be taking the pen out. Let's just say I don't want to do that. I'm just going to leave the pen in there. And I also will not be doing the activity stuff in this book. Let's just say I'm only buying this for collecting. So, yeah. Alright, next up is the new Goosebumps Retro Tin, the Goosebumps Terror Set. This one I'm also really excited about because this is the new Goosebumps Retro Tin. I think the Goosebumps Retro Tins are pretty cool, and they're my favorite Goosebumps items in my collection. What's really cool about the Goosebumps Retro Tins is that each of the tins includes 5 Goosebumps books. The books that are included in this tin are The Blob That Ate Everyone, Go Eat Worms, The Girl Who Cried Monster, 8 Monsters from Mars, and Welcome to Camp Nightmare. The books are not in this tin right now, they're on the shelf. But I can show you the insert. There's the Goosebumps sticker, there's the insert. Now I will say that both the Goosebumps G logo on the back and the inserts are also one of the reasons why I love the Goosebumps Retro Tins. Alright, there's the insert where it shows you the books that are included in this tin. Now if you notice on the Goosebumps logo, it looks like the same colors of the Return of the Mummy book. Not the 2003 reprint version, the original print version. I think it just looks like for the one from Return of the Mummy original print book. I'm pretty sure. Either way, I'm glad they're making another Goosebumps Retro Tin because, once again, they're pretty cool. And again, they're my favorite Goosebumps items in my collection. Next is Goosebumps Triple Header Book 1, but this is the non-holographic version. As you can see here, there's no holographic on the cover. Instead, it shows a picture of Slim, Lefty, and Righty. Now, I didn't even know this version existed until about 2 years ago. I saw this version on eBay, and when I saw this version, I thought, is this real? At first, I thought this was a fake until I realized, oh, this is real. I didn't know there's a non-holographic version. Now, I originally don't want this because, to be honest, I kind of like the holographic version. But then, 2 years later, I saw this again, and the seller sold this for cheap, which is then I thought, what the heck, I'll buy it. Well, now I have it. So now I have 2 versions of Triple Header Book 1. Now, I'm not sure if this version is rare, although you don't find this version anywhere. You don't find this version at used bookstores. The only version of this book you can find at used bookstores is the holographic version. So I'm guessing this version is rare because it's hard to find? I don't know. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments. Apparently, this isn't the only Goosebumps triple header book that has a non-holographic cover. There's a non-holographic version of triple header book 2 as well. That's another thing I also didn't realize it was real until now. I hope I can find the non-holographic version of triple header book 2 someday. So then I will have two versions of triple header book 2. One version, holographic, and the other version, non-holographic. Alright, the next 4 books here, these are not Goosebumps, but they're actually Arlstein novellas. We have The 13th Warning, Zombie Town, My Alien Parents, and Three Faces of Me. Now, I originally don't want these books, which that I will explain in a moment, but I decided to get them since I figured since I have The Adventures of Shrinkman and The Creatures from Beyond Beyond, why not get the other 4 Arlstein novellas to complete them? Well, now I have them, and now the 6 Arlstein novellas are complete. I actually made a short about the 6 Arlstein novellas, which you can check it out right now. For The 13th Warning, as you can see here, this book is like the thinnest book ever. Yeah, just look at that. Same thing for Zombie Town as well. I originally don't want these 3 books because, unfortunately, they're not Goosebumps books. For Zombie Town, they actually made a movie based on this book, and it is confirmed it is not a Goosebumps movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the trailer, and it was mid, honestly. I'm not interested seeing the movie. Let's just say it's not that interesting. Same thing for buying the movie on DVD. It's not that interesting either. Do you guys see the movie Zombie Town? If so, what do you think about it? And for My Alien Parents and Three Faces of Me, it is officially confirmed that these 2 books are not Lost Goosebumps books. According to Goosebumps Completionist, these books were released way before Goosebumps, and the titles of these books are not the original titles. First off, My Alien Parents and Three Faces of Me originally released either 1990 or 91. Goosebumps started in 1992, and then by the time these 2 came out, these were released in 2000. And according to Goosebumps Completionist, My Alien Parents was originally called You're Not My Parents, and Three Faces of Me was originally called The Amazing Adventures of Me, Myself, and I. So yeah, these are not Lost Goosebumps books. The only book of the 6 Arlstein novellas is confirmed to be a Goosebumps book at this point is The Adventures of Shrinkman, which that book confirmed to be The Incredible Shrieking 5th Grader. I don't know if The 13th Warning and The Creatures from Beyond Beyond are considered to be Lost Goosebumps books either, but who knows. But then again, I've decided to buy these 4 books so I can complete the 6 Arlstein novellas collection. So, yeah, and again, they're completed. Shout out to Goosebumps Completionist. He's an awesome Goosebumps YouTuber. And the last 5 things in this haul are the half-price books finds. Now, these 2 books here, I buy these as replacement copies. We have the 2003 reprint of Stay Out of the Basement with Tim Jacobus' cover, and Goosebumps Horrorland Book 8, Say Cheese and Die Screaming. Now, you probably recognize this from my last Goosebumps haul video. Well, yes, this is the second Goosebumps haul video that I'm showing you the 2003 reprint of Stay Out of the Basement. Now, let me explain. The reason I buy this, well, unlike the copy that I showed you in my last Goosebumps haul video, which I'll show you in just a moment, this copy you see here, it's like good condition. There's no creases, no damage or anything, and yeah, I was not expecting when I find this. This one here is a good condition besides the bottom here, but whatever. This is honestly the much better condition than the one I showed you in my last haul video. Alright, now here it is. This is the one I showed you in my last Goosebumps haul video. This is kind of a good condition besides the crease right there, the white slash on the bottom. The side had some white spot on it. Yeah, the back has some like white spots on it, as you can see here. This one here doesn't have any white spots on it. Yep, since I find a much better condition copy of this book, in that case, I can just get rid of this copy. Same thing for Say Cheese and Die Screaming. Here's my copy. As you can see here, it's kind of beat up. There's some creases on the front. This one does have some creases, but whatever. The back of this one looks okay except some like dots on it. And there's like some brown stuff right there. I think that's part of a sticker. Another book that I can replace my old copy. Alright, here is You Can't Scare Me, the classic reprint version. Now, I already have this one, but this is the embossed bumpy logo version. As you can see here, the Goosebumps logo as well as the title and the mud monsters, they're embossed, or should I say bumpy. Yes, this is the original bumpy logo version. The one that I have was the Now a Major Motion Picture version, and it's the flat logo version that has no bums on it. Now, honestly, I prefer the embossed bumpy logo version of the classic reprint because honestly, I think the bumpy logo versions of these books are pretty cool. It's a shame they don't continue making the bums on the Goosebumps books nowadays, because nowadays they're doing the flat logo version with no bums. Yeah, that's a shame. Oh well, what can you do? The 90s, the 2000s, and the early 2010s are over. Oh yeah, I also want to point out is that this copy is the first printing. Here it is. There's number 1 on the copyright page. Same thing for this copy of Say Cheese and Die Screaming, and the 2003 reprint of Stay Out of the Basement. Yep, 3 of these are first printing. Well, since I have the bumpy logo version of this book, in that case, I can just get rid of this version as well. Next is the original print of Stay Out of the Basement, but this is the unnumbered version. Yep, this is the unnumbered version. As you can see, this book doesn't have a number on it. I was not expecting to find an unnumbered version of Stay Out of the Basement at half-price books. I guess you can say this is my 3rd original Goosebumps book that doesn't have a number on it. The first 2 are Welcome to Dead House and Let's Get Invisible. So now I have 3 unnumbered original Goosebumps books. This one, however, unfortunately, this is not the early printing. This is the 8th printing. There's number 8 on the copyright page. And also, this doesn't say coming soon on the back. It says also available instead. Yeah, that's very disappointing. But this is the unnumbered version, so I bought it. Finding unnumbered Goosebumps books are probably the best half-price books finds ever. So yeah, and finally, I've got Little Shop of Hamsters, but this is the hardcover version. Yep, this is the hardcover version, and it's by Fitzgerald Books. This looks pretty cool. I was not expecting to find a hardcover Goosebumps book at half-price books. This is the first time I had a Goosebumps book that's in hardcover. Yes, I know the collection books as well as Slappy Beware and Wanted the Haunted Mask. Well, they're in hardcover. But this one here, this is my first Goosebumps book of one of the series that's in hardcover. So yeah, it's really cool to have a hardcover Goosebumps book in the collection. What's even more surprising is that this book is first printing. There's number 1 in the copyright page. I think my copy, aka the paperback version, is later printing. I don't know, I'll take a look. Well, shocking news. Nope, it's not the later printing. It's first printing. I didn't realize that until now. Well, what do you know? I have 2 first printings of Little Shop of Hamsters. Now, I don't know if the hardcover version of this book is rare, because there were some hardcover Goosebumps books on eBay, and for some reason, they go for a lot of money. So I want to know, is the hardcover version of this book rare? Because I'm not sure if it is. Please let me know in the comments. Finding a hardcover Goosebumps book is honestly the best Goosebumps half-price books finds ever. And you know what? I can go on forever with this. Best finds ever. So yeah, and that's it. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.